Hey, Rage fans, it's Kipper Schaefer with Rage in the Cage OKC News, and it's about that time. Rage in the Cage 68 is going down at the Sugar Creek Casino Saturday, September 28th, and I've got a newbie right here. This is DJ Kelly, and DJ, this is going to be your first time in the cage, so tell me a little bit about what made you want to make this big jump into the cage.
I ran into Alex. We're in the same unit together for National Guard. And he asked me, like, he's fighting, and we used to roll around with our guys at our unit, and he asked me, he's like, you do pretty good, you want to come fight? So I was like, yeah, I don't mind that. And actually I got in the gym with him, sparred with a couple of my newly friends now, and I love it actually now. Like, I love being in the gym. Like, wrestling is my main, so it actually helps out a lot, and I'm comfortable around it a lot. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
So think back to before you met Alex. I mean, was this ever something you thought you were going to do? Was it a dream of yours, or did he just spark that interest in you?
Actually, I've been like interested, because all wrestlers, they always think about MMA. That's like the next stage they go into. I always had a mindset on it, but I never thought about it until Alex like actually pushed me into it and told me that I would like it. And then once I tried it, I loved it, because it just reminds me of wrestling and how much I love wrestling and all the other things that I've learned. So it was pretty nice experience.
Tell me about your wrestling background and your accomplishments that you experienced there.
I wrestled out of Lawton Mac. Bobby Cook was my head coach. Love that man. I was pretty good. I wrestled at 126. I couldn't make weight for my regional tournament. I hated that, but I loved it. Wrestling is a sport for me. That's one thing I can say. I love wrestling. If I could continue wrestling, I would, but that's just another stage out of my life that's checked off. So, time to move on.
That's the next best thing, right? Well, and tell me a little bit about how long you've been training in MMA, and when you met Alex, and kind of when you got that started.
I've known Alex for about 2 months now, since we got back from our annual training out of Michigan. Since then, I've been training with him almost every day. Like, he's been helping me a lot with jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. So it's been a really tough road, but it's pretty fun, and he's keeping my head up, helping me cut weight and all that. So he's a great partner, and I'm grateful to have him as my partner and my friend, best friend actually.
Well, I can see that for sure. I love to hear that. So 2 months in this training for MMA, what about, let's walk you through that moment when you step into the cage for the first time. Your opponent that you have as of right now is 1-1, so he's had experience in the cage. How do you deal with the anxiety some fighters feel, and then of course a lot of newbies in the cage debuts will have that the adrenaline going through their head, and how do you kind of deal with the the emotions of that?
I used to fight a lot growing up, but wrestling actually helps me calm down. Like, you get butterflies no matter what you're doing. Anything, like, before you start, you're gonna get butterflies, but it's just how you calm yourself. Like, I'm just gonna act like I've been there before, which I haven't. I never stepped inside of a ring before, but I'm gonna just act like I've been there before, keep composure, and just go out and have some fun. Really, that's my main goal, is to have fun.
Sounds good. Stay out of your head and have fun. Sounds good. Any last words, any shout outs to your gym or your training or anything before we wrap it up today?
I give a shout out to my training crew: Alex, Smallfit, Dason, Myron, and Javier. Those are my guys. If it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't be able to fight and do the things I'm doing right now.
Appreciate it so much, and can't wait to see you guys, you and Alex both, Rage in the Cage 68, the Sugar Creek Casino, going down Saturday, September 28th. You can get tickets from this guy right here, any other fighter on the card, and we'll see you then.